We're still watching the live protesters. Meantime, let's bring in the Lawfare Project CEO who is suing Colombia on behalf of one of its Jewish students, Brooke Goldstein, along with former Israeli special envoy for combating anti-Semitism and delegitimization of Israel, Noah Tishby. Thank you both for coming on. So the president of Colombia testified about anti-Semitism on campus, and she clearly, Brooke Goldstein, did a flip-flop. I want to watch this, and then we'll get your response.
Have you seen a protest saying we are against Jewish people?
No. At some of these events, the slurs and the chants have been F the Jews, death to Jews,
Yep.
F Israel.
Anti-Jewish things were said at protests, yes.
Yeah, there's the flip-flop. And Brooke, for your purposes, we should note that the Lawfare Project is suing Colombia for failing to protect a Jewish student and even retaliating against that student. What do we know about that?
Well, Trace, thank you so much for having me. I've spent my entire career fighting anti-Semitism, and as you know, we have several lawsuits against universities throughout the country, including Carnegie Mellon University and Cooper Union. But never in my career have I seen things as horrific as what is going on at Columbia University campus, where pro-Hamas mobs are running rampant, where Jewish students are being harassed, they are being verbally and physically assaulted. One student had his hand broken, and while a conciliatory tone was being struck by the president of the school and some of the board of trustees that were testifying, the question is, what are the consequences?
Right.
There have been no consequences. There was one professor who's actually a defendant in our lawsuit, Professor Andre Ivanov. She had a complaint against her, multiple complaints, and the school actually determined she was guilty of anti-Jewish discrimination. What did they do? They put her on sabbatical only to bring her back to discriminate against our second client. There are no consequences at this school.
And you look at what's happening right here, Brooke. You look at this is live pictures of Columbia University. They were told to be done by 9 o'clock. That was 2 hours and 6 minutes ago. They were threatened with suspension, and there they still are. And Noah Tishby, to you now, 70% of Jewish college students say they have experienced or witnessed anti-Semitism, and there it is.
Absolutely, there it is. So here is the problem. The hearing that we saw today, finally, what can I say? She got better coaching. She was better coached, and she was finally able to say that, yeah, genocide against Jews is a hate speech. Thank you so much. That is not how you deal with the problem. What the problem is the culture on campus. And until we deal with the culture on campus, nothing can end. So as long as there are going to be BDS referendums all over campuses in America, as long as SJP, Students for Justice in Palestine, is allowed on campuses, Jewish students are going to continue to feel harassed, marginalized, and attacked. We need to deal with the culture on campus, not just with the presidents who were better coached today than they were before.
I want to switch over. We're going to continue watching the live pictures here. Now to the case of Asma Tabbassum, the USC student, the valedictorian, not being allowed to speak because of calls to abolish the Jewish state. She said the following here on CNN. Watch.
I'm not apologetic. I believe in what I believe, and it is because of the people around me that I've met at USC, the classes that I've taken, the professors that I have learned from, that have led me to look at the world in this way. And, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, human rights is controversial.
Got about a minute left, Brooke. I want to get both you and Noah's take on this. What do you think about that case at USC?
Well, she just proved exactly what Noah just said, that USC basically radicalized her. Look, being a valedictorian at a school is a privilege. It is not a right. And of course, now the Council on American Islamic Relations, a Muslim Brotherhood front organization, is representing her. This is the same campus that's under investigation for already 2.5 years by the Department of Education. And again, nothing has happened.
Yeah. Noah?
She is saying that it's Islamophobia, and I have to negate that. It's not Islamophobia when you're calling and you're speaking out against jihadism. She should not have been invited to begin with. If you cannot utter the words Israel has the right to exist and you cannot condemn Hamas, you should not be invited to speak on college campus.
Noah Tishby, Brooke Goldstein, thank you both for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.